All right, Big 12 fans, I want somebody to comment and let me know what's wrong with your athletic institutions that you can't schedule a decent non-conference game. Okay, there's the exception. TCU against Minnesota to a lesser extent. Oklahoma, Tennessee, the Sooners go out and play teams all the time. But Baylor, we know how deplorable the Baylor Bears schedule has been for a number of years now. And now Kansas State. They played Auburn last year. And now they're really easing into things in 2015. So it's going to be very difficult for the Big 12 to play its way into the college football playoff unless somebody, TCU, Baylor, most would expect, run the table. If they've got one loss, they're probably going to be in a similar situation as last year, especially if it's Baylor. TCU to a lesser extent, unless Minnesota really tears up the Big Ten. They have no non-conference games, next to no non-conference games, to be able to argue their position against the other four conferences. For Kansas State, there's no thought of making the college football playoff based on this schedule. South Dakota, Texas San Antonio, Louisiana Tech. That's the toughie. The Bulldogs at home September 19th. After that, Kansas State does dive right into it. So it's a front-loaded schedule in conference at Oklahoma State, TCU, Oklahoma, at Texas, and Baylor. So their first 5 games in conference out of 9, very formidable with, again, Oklahoma State, TCU, Oklahoma, Texas, and Baylor. The road trips are to Stillwater and Austin. So they've got Baylor and TCU and Oklahoma at home. So if Kansas State's going to make some noise nationally, they've got the schedule to do it non-conference, and also within the Big 12 hosting the 3 favorites, the 2 big favorites, plus Oklahoma in Manhattan. So that's the Kansas State schedule. It's the 8th toughest schedule, or 3rd weakest schedule in the week, Big 12. Would love to hear from you right here on Mark Rogers TV.